Alright,
What?
we are back.
Officer Justin Beaver is not creepy. He's Delos Crossing's longest serving officer.
Oh, where is the Officer Beaver?
Hold on. I want to catch up on all the Delos Crossing gossip.
Oh, that's all just public safety stuff.
We'll just get to
Nothing
talking
that
out of the
interesting.
way and then I'll introduce. Alright, we're back with another episode of Tell Me Why, and we are now in the police station after finding out some things of the past. We can open the private room. No, we can't. So what do we have here?
Of course, it's locked.
That is the mail thief guy, right? Yeah, stole mailboxes. So what do we... Oh, this? Yeah, I can read private. To serve and protect... Stop walking me out of the way, go away. Is where we start. Our mission is to earn your trust. Good. Fire action. That's... such poor quality, come on, man. Alright. Let's look at the beaver. I am the law. That's kind of cool. Please wait in line. Thank you. Alright, what do we have here? Yeah, that's a
A little too
petition.
late.
Yeah, that still is only 5.
That's still not cleaned up? Assholes. I wonder if the black oyster catchers were still nesting during the spill. God, I hope not. 100% college tuition paid? Damn. Maybe I should have joined the National Guard.
Beats having your credit card stolen by an online college.
Too soon, Tyler. Too soon. Well, should I decide the wild world of accounting isn't for me?
Can't really picture you in the uniform.
Really? I think I could pull it off.
Sure, why not? I mean, the game does portray some political messages, obviously. Let us take it for a ride. Want to see what a police officer does on the job? Register for the Ride Along program. For more info, ask for Chief Brown at 373-1815. Talk to Chief Brown for information.
Home sweet home.
You spent a lot of time here growing up?
Yeah, whenever Eddie was working. The whole precinct's basically family.
It's freezing in here.
Who's missing?
Remember Mr. Haynes?
Vaguely. He had that workshop in his garage, right? Made those huge glass sculptures?
Yeah. He's been missing for a couple months.
Damn. Always liked his art.
They never did find him.
This happened when we were kids, right?
Yeah. Marianne freaked out and wouldn't drive after dark for a few weeks.
Well, it's dangerous. What do we have here? I just leave everything kicking around and we can just go here and read everything. To all police department personnel, from Pleasant Bay Mental Health Institute. October 16, 2015. Patient transfer. To all Delos Crossing Police Department officers, please be advised that due to overcrowding issues, patients Dean Becker and Kevin Sutton will be transferred to the Fallant Creek Correction Center SBU on Monday, October 26, 2015 at 0800.
Oh, Greg's. Just leaving this out on display again.
Greg's. Like Officer Greg's? The one who was with us that night.
Yeah, he's still here. He became a bit of a local celebrity after nabbing a murderer from Juneau. The guy was hiding out on a fishing boat and got really, really sick after eating out of the chum bucket. So it was actually a pretty easy takedown.
Well, sometimes you gotta get lucky. What do we have
The
here?
Delos Crossing Raiders.
Shit.
Stop touching everything, Butterfingers.
Sorry.
What did he touch?
Huh. Is that like an old-timey police scanner?
Yeah, so cool, right? It had been gathering dust in a closet for years. Eddie put it out on display last year.
Nerd.
Hey, you found it cool as well, so... Big mouth, boy. What do we have here?
Huh.
You remember Dan and Shelby?
I think so. The high schoolers who were always pissing Tessa off because they would blast fish and make out in the Vecchi's parking lot.
Yep. Dan's a cop now. They're married and have a kid, a dog, the whole shebang.
Damn. When did everybody decide to become an adult?
I don't know,
Oh
it just
my God,
happens.
That's the cutest.
It's cute, but don't tell me you've got baby fever.
Ew, no. Why do men always jump to that?
What do we have here? We can remember something over there. Do it in a bit. What's here? The reception. Closed as well.
Locked.
Why don't you shut off your PC? I like how you can just come in here and walk around and look at everything and nobody cares.
Man, they are never gonna catch this guy.
What exactly did he do?
This guy keeps stealing out of people's mailboxes. Asshole snagged a box of fancy washi tape I ordered online.
See, I was picturing an actual mailbox bandit. You know, like hopping around on a post with a little mask on the door.
Huh?
You know, the mailbox is the bandit.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, it was a bad joke.
Yes, it was. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. On 27th of October 2015 at approximately 10:03, Officer Greggs and myself were dispatched to 239 Woodlawn Road to respond to report of a theft. We arrived at approximately 10:22 and spoke with owner Lawrence Cooper. Date of birth, 15th of July 1967. Cooper reported that his mailbox had been broken into. Cooper stated, "I checked it 2 days ago because I'm waiting on my new phone. They made me pay extra for shipping to get it here on time, but I said I ain't having that shit. I'm gonna pay what I owe and not a dime more." They backed down and said it would be here Tuesday. But this morning, the lock was smashed to shit and there wasn't nothing in there. Probably that punk-ass Towdown. Note, Towdown is a street alias for Jervis A. Cello, known to myself and Officer Greggs in formerly number 12882, last known address Almeida Plaza Apartments. Cooper also stated he had been home all night prior to the incident and heard nothing unusual. Cooper went on to state, "When I find Towdown, I'm gonna stuff his ass up his own ass."
You feeling okay?
Jury's still out, but it's not so bad.
Cooper was cautioned against making criminal threats. Cooper then stated his willingness to prosecute Sallow and was directed to seek charges with the prosecutor's office.
Really, really cold. And then someone gave me a blanket and a hot chocolate, and I wasn't cold anymore.
They tried their best to make us comfortable.
Maybe we find him, right? I think I already said that, but maybe we do.
That is going to smell lovely tomorrow.
It's from Tessa's restaurant, right?
Uh-huh. Everyone eats there all the time. It's as exciting as food gets in Delos Crossing.
I wonder what was in there. It's probably not very good tomorrow anymore. Or even now. I think we got everything here. What can we remember? It's not over here. Has to be somewhere over there. Can we go in here? Kick it open.
Something's in the way.
So
Tyler,
maybe it's
you coming?
above? No, it's gone now. It has to be down.
I'm guessing this is where they stash all the guns and stuff.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
it's not exactly Fort Meade, but yeah.
It has to be somewhere here. Remember.
Come on, man. We can't make these poor kids sleep here.
Well, where do you suggest they go? Social services will be here in a few hours, and this is the only room with a bed.
Anywhere but a cell. We'll find some other place.
God, not here too. I'm not ready.
It's probably terrible to remember all that, but... No smoking. It's all good, I'm not a smoker. Don't worry. Nothing back here. Mine and kill salmon. Alright, knock knock.
Allison, hey. Just finishing up a call. Trying to convince Melinda the Ravens and her garbage aren't police business. Give me a few minutes.
Sure.
Make yourselves a cup of coffee. Here's the key to the break room.
Thanks.
Come back upstairs when you're done, okay?
Coffee sound good? The machine is in the break room downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man, coffee sounds good. Right? Can we remember again? Can we now open it?
I really thought I'd locked those memories in some deep, deep part of my brain. Something's in the way.
Just kick the door in. I told you. So there's a break. No, that's a holding cell. That's a reception.
Where are we going?
We're just gonna sit down in here, and I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I just usually try my best not to remember that night when I'm here.
I would too.
Alright, let's go to the rest. No, the restroom is not the correct one. This is the one we need. We shouldn't make a coffee on the restroom, right? Toilet water coffee. So we opened the door, but it literally only goes in here. Yeah, I think we need this one.
Okay, let's go in.
Oh, hey, a basketball. Want to play a bit, Tyler? Oh, it's locked.
Yep, it's locked.
Oh, he wants to play. Where's the phone?
Didn't Tessa bust Dawn for smoking weed behind the store once?
Yep, but Uncle Eddie let him off with a warning. He and the other officers still tease him about it.
I wonder if he has some in here.
What do we have here? League standings: Arctic Puppies, Mushers Little Helpers, Snowmies, and Lightnin' Howlands. The Howlands aren't particularly good, apparently. Yeah, I'll sit down with them.
What's on your mind?
Just thinking about how we slept in that corner over there.
Yeah. On that paper-thin mattress from the cell.
It could have been a pillow top and I wouldn't have slept a wink. I don't know how you come here every week. I've been here 10 minutes and it's already fucking me up.
Well, you must say this, she's coming here every week. So she's gotten used to it. You have returned here after 10 years, and of course it's something different right now for you. Yeah, like it says here, I think she stopped thinking about it and just moved on, so...
I got used to it. Dug a pit and stuffed all those memories deep inside. Couldn't have survived Delos Crossing if I hadn't.
I should probably tell you that repression's the worst coping strategy. But you do what you have to.
I think everyone uses repression in some way at some point, so I don't know. Like, of course it's a coping strategy that only pushes the can down the road, but I don't know. Again, I think everyone does that every now and then. Been having nightmares too, don't be weird with Eddie. Well, it's going to be weird, so I don't know. Let's ask him about nightmares.
Hey, do you have any reoccurring nightmares about that night?
Probably does.
Why?
Well, remember that nice lady from social services who picked us up? Oh, what was her name?
Sandy, I think?
Yeah. I used to dream about her a lot.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. It would always start out pretty normal. Like, we'd be sitting in the living room with Marianne doing a sewing lesson, and then suddenly she would turn into Sandy, and she would hold us in her arms, pulling us in tighter and tighter until I would wake up practically choking.
Jesus.
That's a weird dream, actually.
So, are things gonna be weird at all between you and Eddie?
Probably.
I took the gift, Allison. I'm trying to make an effort.
Thank you. I know. I just want everything to be cool.
It will be.
Although we did only take the gift for us, so I'm not sure how well that's going.
Let's go?
Yep.
But you can already see, had we not taken the gift, we need to talk. Had we not taken the gift, it's just... possible things would be weird
Ugh,
now.
They've let this place get gross.
Why do they lock the door like
Don't
that?
mind if...
This is heavier than I expected.
Okay, so now we're in that room. Yeah, okay. Okay, got it. Police Chief Brown asks council to reconsider budget. Dog strike to begin this week. Mayoral election candidate Tom Vecchi supports gun control. Money for local schools. Money for schools is always a good place to start. Education is important.
I'm not that hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't look that great, do they? Let's make a
How is
coffee.
it still warm? You sure you want coffee this late in the day? You'll be up all night.
I don't think I'll sleep much anyways. Too much on my mind.
Those dusty couches won't make it any easier.
Are you sure?
Hey, you okay?
I can't do this. Calm down, Allison. Stick to the plan. Come on, don't freak out on me now. I can't. Please, I can't lie. We already lied. It's all gonna be fine, okay?
You
What
okay?
did they lie about?
Honestly, no. Do you ever regret?
No. No way. Well, maybe once or twice early on, but now, no way. I mean, look where we're at. Look where I'm at.
Uncle Eddie's probably done by now. We should go find him.
Do you mind if I go inside that room for a second?
You sure?
But to what lie? Can we remember the lie? There's something to remember, but I don't know where. Probably in here, right?
First time I've been in here since that night. Eddie was so uncomfortable he dropped a vase.
Is that the place where in the beginning we sat and the boy, presumably him, was asked? Like this right at the start of the game? Should be it, right?
Have a seat.
All right.
Damn it. Oh. Sorry.
Huh, they kept this?
What?
It's that vase. They glued it back together. Huh. What's that back there? No way. Have you been hiding back here all this time?
The Ice King collectible. That's the one way I've been talking about earlier in the game. The Ice King. Remember that? If not, you must rewatch all the previous videos now. Or you don't, I don't really care. Okay, so can we remember something? There was something to remember, I just don't know if it was only in here. Yeah, it's probably only in here. Let's go back here and see if we can... No, it has to be here somewhere. There it is.
Why did you separate us? Is Ollie okay?
Ollie's just fine, honey. They're all in the other room having cocoa. Everything's gonna be okay. I need to ask you a few questions now. Come with me.
Well, I mean, as hard as it is for them to be separated, of course you have to separate them
Yeah. Sorry.
in a way.
Trying to deal, but it's a lot.
It's weird how with him being here now, she remembers all these things.
Ooh, that's gotta be a new record.
4 days without a bear sighting. So I've been in there. Oh, there's something to look
Check
at.
out this masterpiece.
You made it?
Uh-huh. I glued it to the pot one day when I was bored, and nobody has bothered to peel it off.
Why would they? It's as pretty as it gets, right? So anything else we can explore? Or is that it? Because I think that might be it. Certainly looks like it. Right, so get up. We had a coffee. Now we go up the stairs. Yeah, that's the mailbox thief guy. Yeah, let's go up. Game is saving again.
Hey, sorry that took so long.
Well, we also took so long.
Sometimes these old folks want us to come out just because they're lonely.
No worries, Uncle. Hey, do you remember this guy?
Yeah, of course. How can I forget? Tyler Ronan, back in Delos Crossing.
It's good to be back.
And just look at you. A man grown.
Yep, guess I ate my Wheaties.
The whole clan's so proud of you. How you work with those kids at Fireweed. I always say children are the future.
I thought that was Whitney Houston.
Come on, bro. She stole her entire act from me. Everybody knows that. Look at you two. Reunited and it feels so good, huh?
Yeah, not sure how I got by without this dork. Look, Eddie, we aren't here just to say hi. We found something in Marianne's room. Things aren't really adding up anymore, and we've got questions.
Oh, yeah?
Well, this is more specific and this is more general. I want to keep it a little bit more
Did she
general.
mention anything about us that might have been worrying her? About Tyler in particular?
No. She dealt with those kind of worries all on her own. Kept the rest of us at arm's length.
I see.
I will tell you one thing, though. Your mom. Never knew her to hate anyone for being unconventional. Usually, it's the other way around.
See, this is what we already
Did
heard from
anyone
Tessa,
mention
so I
anything
don't
about her
know.
behavior in the days leading up to that day? Anything at all?
No. Everyone I talked to said it took them by surprise.
Did you see her at all? Like, in those last few days?
No. I hadn't seen her for weeks. Maybe a month before.
One thing is weird though. He says everyone he talked to says they didn't see it coming. But remember that other guy, the one who pointed his gun at us at our home? I think Sam was his name, but I'm not sure. He said he didn't see it coming, but a lot of other people he talked to said that they saw it coming or developing. Did anyone else spot that?
Thanks, Uncle Eddie.
If you want my advice, nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but there is.
Can we take a look at her file? Maybe we'd see something you didn't.
Her file?
Her case file, or police file, whatever you call it. You keep those pretty much forever, right?
We do, but I can't just pull it out right here, right now. There are procedures.
But you're the chief.
Which makes it even more important that I follow procedures.
Look, Chief Brown, are you gonna help us? Or are you gonna be a cop about
Tyler!
this?
No, it's fine. Tyler, I know you resent me, but fireweed was the best deal I could get you.
I'm not mad about fireweed, but I may be a little salty you kept my sister away for 7 fucking years.
That's what this is about? Look, that was the court's recommendation. They're the experts. I just went along.
Yeah, sure you did.
Trust me, son. We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense, but we couldn't be sure.
I can't believe this.
Look, we couldn't be sure, okay? I was trying to protect you both.
So you still not sure?
What?
You still think keeping us apart was the right call?
She was traumatized.
We needed each other to heal, and you took that away from us.
So why didn't you let your sister visit when you turned 18
Uncle,
then, huh?
please. Let's move on.
She's never gonna tell you how much that hurt her, but it did.
That was about me. It wasn't about her. Allison gets that, and 3 years is nothing compared to 7. Right, Allie?
That's still a lot though. Oi! I don't know. I think being kept apart was wrong. But I don't think it's the police chief's fault for following the recommendation he got. He got the recommendation, and I think he just did what he believed was best for her. But at the same time, that being kept apart can be wrong. I understand both sides. And I will pick being kept apart was wrong because I want to side with Tyler. But I think siding with Eddie here could give us a chance at getting to the files. At the same time, it would make Tyler angry, and an even more angry Tyler than he already is. Probably ruins that chance again. I wish they would just do that between themselves. But I think I pick this one.
Look, Uncle, separating us like that did not help me heal. If anything, it was the opposite. Even if he had been dangerous, I'd have taken the risk. Being apart was that miserable.
I didn't know you felt that way, Little Moose.
It was hard to talk to you about it. I didn't want to seem ungrateful. Look, we've all fucked up. And we've all hurt each other. But isn't that what family's for? Can't we
For
just...
hurting each other?
Sounds like the right
I'm not sure if that's a correct,
Sounds like
correct
this.
approach, but
I wonder who raised who.
We're gonna stay the night at the old house. We better get going.
You want to grab a bite first? It's on me.
I think we made the right choice.
I would not turn that down. Okay, let's go.
I think we made the right choice. No, Tyler. So maybe Tyler now behaves a little bit better. Oh, now we see more of the past.
Allison! Allison!
Wait, she did? Where is she? What the?
Please, Mom. I'm sorry I cut my hair. I won't do it again. I'm going to kill you! No. Please. Please. Mom. Mom, please. No, don't do this. Allison. This isn't... What? Allison? Killed her. I killed her. Allison, we need to call for help. I killed her. No, you didn't.
Well, she did.
I killed her.
What?
And when they come, that's what we're gonna tell them. No, no. Yes. We look out for each other. That's what goblins do. And brothers and sisters. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
That was a bit of a twist. So that was chapter 1. Okay. It did look like she wanted to kill him. I don't see a way we can portray that as not being the case. Like, I'm not sure she knew that it was him, that it was Tyler. Maybe she has gone completely insane and thought Tyler was, I don't know, that thing we saw, the Mad Hunter or something, and she wanted to kill the Mad Hunter. I don't even know. But there is no way, from what we have seen, that I can come up with something where I say, okay, well, maybe it wasn't really that bad. No, she had a gun, she pointed it at him, and she said she's going to kill him. And Allison saved him. Now, we don't know what would have happened. We don't know, would she have shot him? We don't know that. But from all we have seen, there is really nothing that makes me question it. And even if she hadn't shot him, that's not something you do to your child. So somewhere between supporting her child and accepting that her child was, in her view, probably different, somewhere between that and this end screen that we've seen where she just goes completely insane, somewhere between that we have a major change. And that's probably what we're going to find in the next chapters, in the next two. This whole tell me why is probably like, obviously the whole thing. Why did she do that? What happened? What happened between accepting the child for what it is to killing it or trying to kill it? And that's just a big question mark that we're going to have to find out. All in all, I find chapter 1 to be... It's certainly a... How do I want to put this? It's a controversial topic, obviously, with transgenders. Although I think the modern world or the modern society really has mostly accepted it. I think some parts are still believing that this is just not right. But again, I think the majority of modern society has accepted the existence of that. But obviously, if it's in your own family, people might think a little bit differently, or it's in their neighborhood. So it is certainly a topic that deserves being mentioned. I'm not entirely sure. Well, actually, I think it's portrayed relatively even, because the mother now gets a little bit of a more positive spin as well. But you could say it's portrayed as the whole Christian side with Tessa is portrayed in an evil way, and the whole acceptance side is portrayed in a good way. So there is certainly a value being portrayed as well. There is not just a situation portrayed, there is also a certain message given as well. But I think that's not so bad. I think it's okay that you want to portray a message as well. Whether people agree with the message or not is up to them. I am certainly of the opinion that if someone is a transgender, he or she should be accepted for what that person is. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't do that. I think it's also normal that in the first moment you're a bit confused on how you should interact, maybe. And also in a way, I think many people, they don't really know, especially during the transformation phase, whether they should say he or she or... I mean, we had the issue here as well where we talk about Tyler, so we say he, but at the time when we have the flashbacks, it's obviously still a she. And then you kind of get it confused sometimes, but I have met 2 transgender people in my life so far. And I just asked at the beginning of the conversation, do you want to be called he or she? or at which stage the person is. And then they told me, and then it was all good. I also don't have, or I have not encountered yet, a woman that turned into a man. I so far also have only encountered 2 men that turned into women. And both of them then were a she. And that's fine for me. I can respect that. And I've never had an issue with those people. Well, with one of them, I had some disagreements about some topics, but it had nothing to do with a transgender topic. So I think, well, like, they're people. That's all. We're people. And we should judge people by how they interact with us, how they treat us, how they behave, and not by how do I want to put it? We shouldn't judge people by how they define themselves, or whether they are a man or a woman or whatever. It's not how we should judge people. So I don't know. But it certainly is a topic that deserves mention, because I think there are still plenty of people out there who view this as something very unnatural and show very aggressive or discriminating behavior towards transgender people. I mean, we have seen a couple of awkward moments here, but I think mostly it was okay. Like, even Sam, you could tell he just didn't really know much about the topic. And you could call it ignorant, but I just think this is just not a topic he's familiar with. He didn't know how to say things or how to behave or which words. He just didn't know. But he certainly accepted Tyler. He didn't throw out hate speech or anything. And I don't know. We'll see how the story develops. Let's look at our decisions. Allison was happy that Tyler accepted Eddie's peace offering. 75% accepted the ring. Yeah, it was the logical choice, I think. I mean, if only for Allison, I mean. But you can send a sign by throwing the ring in the water, but especially at this point, we didn't really know enough about what was going down. And I don't know, I mean, whether we accept the ring for accepting a peace offer or we accept the ring just for her, I think accepting the ring was the right choice, and apparently most people believe the same thing. Allison was delighted to solve the princess riddle with her brother. 83% solved the door puzzle and 17% busted open the door puzzle. So we weren't as smart as we thought, huh? Tyler felt unrecognized by Allison's lack of trust at the store. It's exactly what I think, or what I thought, a 50-50 choice, because you really don't know. But it's not a lack of trust, because we had 2 different memories, and it's just as likely that ours is correct as is that yours is correct. It's not a lack of trust. So, I don't know. That's a bit snowflakey. Like, come on. We can't just always do what you believe is right just to not offend you. Sometimes when we think that the other version makes more sense or seems more believable, then you also need to decide against something at some point. And the world isn't always about harmony and doing the same thing or pulling in the same direction. Sometimes you are of a different opinion, and he has to accept that, I think. Especially because it was something like that, but you have to accept that sometimes people are of a different opinion, and that's not necessarily to offend you or anything. It's just a thing. Like, it's not all about showing trust to you and following you on every step. And I just thought her memory made more sense in the way it was portrayed. So I picked it. And as you can see, I mean, it's basically a 50-50 choice, and that's what it was. You had no hints. It was just going by your gut and basically a coin flip, and that's exactly what the picking here shows. And I think the fact that a couple more people chose Tyler's is mostly about those people thinking, yeah, okay, maybe we should pick his to kind of make him feel better. I think that's why there's a tiny edge towards Tyler. But I don't know. We should still pick what we believe is right and not what makes him feel better. I don't know. What's the next one? Tyler was reassured of his bond to Allison when she sided with him at the station. Well, the thing is, Eddie is understanding of us, and like I already said, I don't think siding with Eddie would have given us much. And just siding with Tyler. Tyler is so fragile in a way that kind of siding with him there was probably the right idea. Especially with what we found out later, that it was actually Allison doing it. And I mean, it was obviously self-defense, but yeah, I really thought siding with Tyler is a better choice there. Do we have anything else? Tyler protected himself against Sam's aggression. 54% called out Sam, 46% didn't call out Sam. I just didn't see a point in calling out Sam, because I think the way it was portrayed was mostly about, do we just keep the situation under control, or do we kind of escalate the situation? And I didn't think escalating the situation against a drunk guy with a gun is a good idea. So I thought kind of just calming down the situation is calming down the situation is probably a good idea. Tessa, 49% learned the truth, 23% didn't get an answer, and 28% antagonized Tessa. Well, we did a good job, I guess. Moving blindly into nothing. No, I mean, we remembered the correct things. And if you don't read things and if you just rush through them, it's entirely possible you don't get those right, because you can't cheat and look. Well, I could, I have it recorded, but I didn't. Eddie felt rejected by Allison when she didn't side with him at the station. Well, we had to side with one person, and that's always bad. But yeah, I still think siding with Tyler was probably the correct choice there. And he already said, like, she didn't really tell him her feelings, and now it comes out, and I think he can accept that. I think it's fine. So, yeah.
So what now?
Well, he's obviously not going to give us the truth. So I say we go get it ourselves.
Wait, you're not seriously thinking of breaking and entering a police archive?
Go big or go home.
And that's waiting for us in chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.